I'm just going to share the story of my father. My father died when I was 9 years old to HIV. He's a severe hemophiliac, and from what I remember, I don't remember a lot, but I remember him taking factor concentrates as a kid. And he was very active in the hemophilia group. He spoke before Congress. He was part of NHF. I believe he was even president of NHF at some point. And our story is like this. We found out that he was sick around Thanksgiving when I was 8 years old. That was in 1985. And he called my mom, and I just remember her crying and crying and crying because she found out he had HIV, which was new to us. And all we knew is Dad was really sick, and we weren't going to see him for a while. And we were living in Texas at the time, in Fort Worth, and he had to spend, over the next year, he spent a lot of time at a hospital down in Houston. And that first Christmas that we found out, we actually spent down in Houston near him at the hospital. And even though it was a terrible time, we were without our dad, he was sick, we were able to have a really good Christmas and enjoy some time together with our family. And I don't really remember much of the next year. What I do remember as a kid was that we weren't able to really talk about what was wrong with my dad. We told people he was sick, he had cancer, he developed some lymph cancer in addition to the HIV, and so he just was really sick, and that's what we remember, is that my dad was sick, and it was because of his hemophilia, but we didn't talk about it at all. So he passed away in December of 1986, and in some ways it was, in a lot of ways it was really hard for us as a family, but in other ways it really drew our family close together, and we were able to say that even though he died and we missed him, we still knew that we'd be together forever and we'd be able to see him again. And even though at the time he spoke before Congress, and he did as much as he possibly could do in his time to advocate for hemophilia and for bleeders, and to say that even though I have this disability, I am not going to be stopped. And for us as kids, we've always remembered that you just don't give up. Even though things get difficult, and even though things don't always go your way, you don't give up. You press forward, you do what you can to make things happen, and there's no point complaining about what life gives you, because you make the best of what you've been given. And AIDS didn't really stop him. Even though his life ended, his legacy lives on in us kids. And there's 6 kids, and now my younger sister, has 3 boys with hemophilia, and we have 2 boys with hemophilia. So that's 5 more hemophiliacs in the community that we are teaching that just because you have hemophilia doesn't mean it has you. And you don't give up, you press forward, you make the most of every opportunity you have, and be happy. And so HIV, AIDS definitely affected our life, but it didn't ruin it, and it's not going to. And you keep pressing through, and you make the best of what you have, and it's a lesson we have from our dad.